Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Aquarian Mind podcast. Today's podcast, episode number 146. I'm your host, Jamel Crothers. It's Wednesday Motivation and Inspiration. And today, this is going to be a good one. You are in your own way. You don't need permission. And I'm going to go fully in depth into this and what it means. But a quick quote from one of my favorite motivational speakers and the top one in the world, Eric Thomas. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. So, let's get started. Get out of your own way. You are blocking your blessings. Jeez. Okay, there I said it. Now we can be done with this podcast and, that's the end. And this is the shortest podcast of all time. And then you guys can go do what you got to do. Go on with your day, right? Or, well, I can just pretty much get into more details on what I mean by getting out of your own way. And the reality of it is that you are in your own way from achieving greatness in your life. And you don't think you are, but the reality of it is you hinder yourself every day. Let's break this down. We live in a world where we are constantly looking for a stamp of approval or acceptance into whatever you feel is important to us. So we want to be accepted, we want to fit in with a specific group or crowd and do things at whatever cost to garner attention. Now, most of this is done through social media. Well, it's pretty much a fictitious world of highlight reels and happiness when it's not really reality, but So anyway, so we look for acceptance from people to do something or work toward a goal. Perfect example of this. Going to a person you love and care about the most and asking them what they think of a certain idea that you have for a book or a business. Now, what you're hoping for and expecting is a positive answer where you can take that and run with it because you got your stamp of approval. Once you have that, you're good to go. But why do you have to do that? And what bothers me about that is you shouldn't need a stamp of approval or acceptance for anything that you want to do in your life. You just have to do it. You have to make a decision to stop looking for approval from everyone. The world has programmed our minds to be leery or worried about what others will think and say. The reality is people are going to have an opinion. It's a matter of whether you take them at face value or you just don't give a damn. Then you have to carve your own path and embrace the journey. Because no one can live in your shoes and do what you want to do. At the end of the day, if you succeed or fail, it's going to be on you. And if people don't believe in you, that's fine. Don't go out of your way to try to prove them wrong or say, I told you so. Do it because it's your passion and it's going to make you happy. And I say this because I've been fortunate enough to have gone on this writing journey for six plus years, and I'm going to hit year 7 in February of 2023. And the one thing I've never done is go to someone and go, what do you think of this book idea? I'm more of a person that's like, yeah, I'm going to write this book and this is what I'm working on. And when it's published, you can read it if you want. I'm not looking for a stamp of approval. If I was looking for a stamp of approval from someone, there's no way in the world I write The World in Ruins. There's no way I write America, Country Divided. There's really no way I write America Under Mind Control. And there's surely no way I'm writing the Cold Blue series. And there's no way I honestly write I Woke Up a Black Man. The funny thing is I Woke Up a Black Man, there were people pushing me to write that book. Because I had put that on the barn burner. I was like, I'm not going to write that for like another year or so. And there was a couple people that were like, nah, Mel, you need to write that now, bro. We in the middle of a lot going on in this world. That needs to be written. So I got challenged on that. And I said, okay. And I took it on and I decided, okay, I'm going to write the book. And then I wrote it and, it took a little time, and I incorporated some of my experiences, friends' experiences, listening to things that they've been through, and seeing the world for what it is, and then writing a pretty solid book that I'm very happy about, and that a lot of people were like, "Whoa, like okay, you hit the nail in the coffin." And when you hear that from a few people, then you know you got it. What I'm saying is had I have ran to a couple of people, had went to like 10 different people and said, "Hey, I got this great book idea. It's, I woke up a black man and it's controversial and it's about a white man who wakes up a black man. Like, what do you think?" And, you get like 8 people that are like, "Nah, bruh, too controversial, gonna get you in trouble, blah, 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 blah." Nah, you know what? I'm still gonna write it anyway. Why go through all that? You got a business idea, you want to do it, knock yourself out. As Gary Vaynerchuk says, you can pretty much make money off of anything these days. You can make money off of talking about Ninja Turtles if you really want to. I mean, shoot. Can you imagine how many people are getting paid on TikTok to like post about their businesses, and TikTok pays them a cut of the advertising that they put on their apps? Like the people who are getting 200, 300,000 views on like their videos consistently, you really think those businesses aren't booming? You really don't think like these social media sites are paying them to, to keep that content coming? So, I mean, you got to get out of your own way. You got to stop worrying, you got to stop thinking about failure, and you got to start processing in your head that you're going to succeed and that you're going to do well and that it's going to take time and you're not going to get the results that you expect right away. And even if you do, how long is that going to last? You got to prepare for what your next move is. What's next, in a way. So I'm trying to tell you guys, I'm not trying to be no Debbie Downer to any of you guys. I want you guys to go after it. But you guys need to stop overthinking it. Stop overanalyzing it. Plan out meticulously how you want to do things and go about your business. And if people are in, great. And if people are not, so be it. Everyone talks about the Mark Zuckerberg meeting in college, and he invited a couple of people. Certain people showed up and certain people didn't. So certain people are billionaires and certain people are wondering, what the hell did I miss and what was I thinking or missing that meeting? Right? Choices and decisions. Certain people made a decision that, nah, I'm good. Facebook started, advertising came along, and there's a backstory to our backstory. For those who have gone down the rabbit hole, you guys know the story. But I was just using that as a quick example of choices and decisions. So I need you guys to stop worrying about what the world's going to think. I need you guys to stop questioning yourself. I need you guys to stop doubting yourself. And I know, a large amount of us have a lot of, insecurities within ourselves. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't, because I do. I still question my talents and abilities. And, at age 39, I'm finally starting to embrace it a little bit more and say, okay, I'm pretty good at this. I've got a knack for it. And, I know how I want to write, and I know how I want to do things. And it's going to take time, but have confidence in yourself and stop worrying, about all the bad things that can happen. The majority of us are walking around with automatic negative thoughts, which is basically thinking the worst before anything actually happens. Something that I learned about myself doing therapy 2 years ago. So my advice to you is to really go after what you want. Do what you love. Have fun with it. Go through the ups and downs. Fall in your butt. Get back up. You go after it, you're either going to win or you're going to learn. Win or learn. Not lose. Because if you lose, you're learning, right? You're getting an experience out of it, right? So that's the mantra and the mindset that I have now. Like, I've made a few bad investments, but I learned. I said, okay, I'm not doing that anymore. I did a pretty large investment into something not in the thousands, but in the hundreds that I'm like, well, we'll never do that again. It's just how things go, man. It's how life works. So please, I implore you, I will say this the last time, get out of your own way. You do not need permission from people or the world to do what you love. And with that said, that's my podcast for today. I thank you guys for listening as always. Be good, everyone, and go accomplish your goals.